Dreamers, do you want to be an early investor on the next AMD, Nvidia, Google, Amazon? Well, these three AI companies are revolutionizing the industry. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to spot these game changer companies before they even hit mainstream. Well, most of them, they're already mainstream, but you're not going to know them like you already know AMD or Nvidia. So I'm going to give you guys some game. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. But first, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored and brought to you by Moomoo, the powerful brokerage app designed to take your trading experience to the next level. Whether if you're just starting out or if you're already an experienced investor, Moomoo offers advanced yet easy to use tools. Sign up right now using my link in the description. And right now in the month of April, you can receive up to 60 free stocks. That's right, 60 free stocks just from signing up and making your very first deposit. Also, you can get up to 8.1 cash sweep interest on your uninvested cash that's sitting inside of your portfolio. So join millions of investors who trust Moomoo to build their wealth. Click the link in the description and start investing smarter today. Enough talking, let's go ahead and dive back into this video. Welcome back, dreamers. The first AI company on this list is ticker symbol MU, Micron Technology. So you won't have any AI if you don't have any memory inside of your system that runs NVIDIA, AMD, even Apple, right? Micron Technology, they specialize in making SSDs and RAM like DDR4 and DDR5. If you build computers, then you already know exactly what that means. So the chips that they're building, they go inside your PCs, your smartphones, and even cars. So the faster that AI gets, the more memory that these chips are going to need in order to operate efficiently. So in these cars and smartphones, when AI is implemented more, they're going to need more memory and RAM. So this industry has been booming for a while, but this is the thing, guys. On Micron Technology, the SSD, the RAM industry, and building these chips, they are expected to 6x over the next 8 years. So their revenue could grow by 25% every single year for the next 8 years, all the way out to 2033. So if we get in now at a good, decent price, then we could be making some good money in the long run if everything continue to grow in the AI industry like it's been growing. So let's take a quick look at ticker symbol MO, Micron Technology. So here we are on Moomoo, ticker symbol MO, Micron Technology. Right now, they're at $124.53 per share. If we scroll down and look at the daily chart, you guys can see that they did just have a recent boom. Over the last 3 months, Micron Technology is up 66%, as you guys can see from this big boom right here. Year to date, they're up 46%, but over the last year, they're actually down 5%. So is this a good opportunity for us to get in and grab some shares of Micron Technology? So as you guys can see, over the last year, they did have an all-time high all the way back in 2024 of $156. They had a recent low of $61, and then they just had a recent boom all the way up to $129, growing all the way from $61. But if we click on the company right here and take a quick look at the analyst ratings, they're giving it a target price of $155 and a strong buy. If we click on this, they're giving it a low over the next 12 months, $130. That is the lowest price that they think that Micron Technology will be at in 12 months. The median price that they're giving it is $155. And then the high price, they're saying that it's going to grow to $200 over the next 12 months. And hopefully it does grow somewhere in between the $155 and $200 price point. But is it at a fair value, guys? If we scroll down to the company valuation, click that, and then click on the PE ratio, you guys can see that Micron Technology PE ratio is at 22.44%. And the industry average is at 46.13%. So just looking at the PE ratio compared to the industry average, we are getting it at a pretty good deal. And then when we scroll down to look at the actual market average, it is still below the market average of 23.72%, and Micron Technology is at 22.44%. So a quick technical analysis at a glance. You guys could do a deeper dive on Moomoo if you wanted to and look at all of their statistics and see if it works out for you. But just at a glance, it looks like even though it did grow 66% over the last 3 months, we still could be getting it for a pretty good deal. So that's the first one on the list, is Micron Technology, ticker symbol MU. And if you guys was worried about the tariffs that could be impacted on the CPU market or the AI market, then you have no worries with ticker symbol MU, because they are an American based company, so they won't be as taxed as other companies over in Taiwan. All right, so the next one that I'm going to bring you guys, the second stock now I'm going to bring you guys that have to do with the AI industry, is going to be ticker symbol AMAT, AMAT. Now, AMAT specializes in creating the actual CPUs, and they revolutionized the process of creating the CPUs that goes inside of NVIDIA and AMD. NVIDIA said it themselves that they cannot do what they do without AMAT making the CPUs for them. Now, NVIDIA got their own technology, but AMAT is the ones that's actually making and producing the computer chips, the CPU wafers that get printed on the CPUs that goes inside of AMD and NVIDIA. So yes, AMAT is able to make these wafers and these cheap chips for pretty cheap. In the process that they use, they etch them inside of the wafers, and then they plane them, and then they're able to fit together seamlessly to make them very efficient. And AMD and NVIDIA need these chips in order to continue to do what they do. So if we take a quick look over at AMAT, right now they're at $197.93. They also had a pretty good run up over the last 3 months. If you guys can see right here, they're up 33% over the last 3 months. Year to date, they're also up around 20% year to date. But over the last year, you guys can see that they did have an all-time high of around $221. And right now they're down 18% on the year. So could we be getting a good deal on them? Let's look at the future projections of AMAT. So if we come over to the company and then we scroll down, you guys can see that the analyst is giving it also a strong buy with a price target of $205. Remember, AMAT is at $197, so that's not that much growth. Some analysts is giving it a higher target of $250, a medium price of $205, and a low price of $160. But we scroll back and scroll down all the way to the financial estimates. They're projected on their estimate revenue to grow from 1.72 billion all the way to 7.31 billion by the end of 2025 Q4. So as long as these estimates continue out to play true, then we could be getting AMAT at a pretty good value. All right, guys, the third one on this list is going to be ticker symbol TSM. Now, TSM, Taiwan Semiconductors, they build advanced computer chips for the biggest names in the industry. They specialize in cutting edge nodes like 3 nanometer chips and 5 nanometer chips, which are smaller, faster, and more efficient than the rest of their competition. Like companies like AMD and NVIDIA, they design the chips. TSM is the company that actually physically produce the chips by using extremely advanced manufacturing technology. So this technology that TSM is using to build these chips is like no other in the market. So AI companies like NVIDIA, AMD, Apple, Microsoft, all of them, they rely on them to manufacture these chips at a high scale with elite performance. So if you think about it, TSM is literally building the physical foundation for the global AI boom. So as demand for more AI hardware increases, like ChatGPT, self-driving cars, and smart assistants, TSM is critical for keeping the movement going. So we come over and take a look at TSM right now. Let's go back. Right now, TSM is at $230 per share. So TSM over the last 3 months is up 45%. Over the last year to date, they're up, let's see, 16% from around here all the way to year to date. They're up 16%. And over the last full year, as you guys can see, that they're one of the few companies on this list that's actually up 25% over the last full year. So they've been performing extremely well. Let's see how many chips have they been shipping off. So let's click on company right here and look at their, okay, you guys can see that analyst is giving it a strong buy. The Morningstar Research is giving it a fair value at $262. But if we scroll down to the operating data and click on wafers shipped, this is how many wafers that they're shipping out. You guys can see that they're continuing to grow every single quarter, all the way from 2023 Q4 to 2025 Q1. As long as this is continuing to grow over Q2, Q3, Q4, and if this industry is expected to 6x over the next 8 years, then I can see TSM being an amazing early grab as long as you could get it at a fair value. So that's it, dreamers. That is my top 3 AI plays that you could get into right now. While it's still kind of early, AI is still in the infant stages, and these companies are the ones that's actually doing the heavy work, the heavy lifting behind Nvidia, behind AMD, behind Apple. They're doing the heavy lifting behind these AI companies that's actually producing and making these chips. So if you guys want to go straight to the source, remember, so doing the gold rush, you could either go dig for gold and become super rich and wealthy, or you could go dig for gold and never find a piece of gold in your life. Or you could be the company that sells shovels, right? And the company that sells shovels, they might not hit rich, but they for sure, without a doubt, is going to make money because they're selling shovels to all of the people doing the gold rush. They're going to make their money, right? So that's the same thing. If you want to get to the companies that's doing all the heavy lifting with the shovels, invest inside of these AI semiconductor industries that's actually producing the chips, the RAMs, the CPU, the memory, all of that. You guys can check out these 3. Let me know which one of these 3 is your favorite down in the comment section. Don't forget to pick up your free shares of Moomoo. Once again, I want to thank Moomoo for sponsoring this video. You could get up to 60 free stocks just from signing up and using that platform. Guys, do not miss out on that amazing opportunity. But other than that, guys, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show. I'm out. Peace.